Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to look at 10.2, Exploring Chord Properties. There's one definition we have here. It's called the perpendicular bisector of a chord. It reads, a line that passes through the center of a circle and is perpendicular to the chord, here's our chord here, AB. A line that passes through the center of the circle and is perpendicular to the chord bisects the chord. Well, let's look at what a few of those words mean. First off, perpendicular means that it forms a 90-degree angle. So if this line comes down from the center, hits the chord, and forms a 90-degree angle, that means that it bisects the chord. It cuts the chord into two equal halves. So that means A, if we call this AD, AD is equal to BD because the chord bisects, the perpendicular bisector cuts the chord into two equal pieces. Let's look at what that looks like in an example. It says radius CD, here's our radius, right? Bisects AB, which is the chord. The radius of the circle is 5 centimeters. What is the length of line segment CE? So we're looking for this line segment right here. We know the radius right here is 5, and we know this whole thing is 8 centimeters. Now, we could solve for CE if we knew what the length of AE was. And because this says it bisects the chord, that cuts into two equal pieces, so that means this half is 4 and that half is 4. I've got the work on the next slide here. Each half of this chord is 4 each. The radius was 5. That means we can use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, to find this length right here. I did the work over here. 4 squared was 16, 5 squared was 25, minus 16 from both sides, take the square root. CE equals 3, which is the answer to our question. Now, sometimes it also might ask you what the length of ED is. Well, if you know the radius is 5, which we do, right? They're told the radius was 5, all the radiuses are equal. If the radius is 5 and this little length here is 3, then this piece has to be 2 because 2 plus 3 is 5. Please pause your video now and attempt this question yourself. Now that you've had a chance to practice, here is the answer. Once again, this chord length was 12. It was bisected so that this side length became 6. The radius was 10. We were asked to find the length of CJ. We did the Pythagorean theorem, just over here. Took the square root. We got x equals 8. So the answer for CJ, this answer is 8. That's the end of today's lesson. It was a quick one today. Hopefully everything made sense. If you remember what a perpendicular bisector is, you should be in good shape. Please work on today's textbook questions. Thank you.